Hi, my name is Holly Greer. I'm a wellness coordinator with Baylor Scott and White Health, and I am here to talk to you about sun safety. It is summertime and it's really heating up out there, so we want to make sure that we think about the sun and think about how to protect ourselves from it so we don't get different things like skin cancer, sunburn, skin damage, and cataracts. That's right, sun can even damage your eyes. So you always want to be really cautious of your body and be looking out for different skin differences, different spots, changes in color, if it itches, maybe it bleeds, anything like that comes about on your skin, definitely go see a doctor immediately because 1 in 5 people will develop skin cancer in their lifetime. So this is a huge thing that you want to be conscious of, and you always want to be thinking about how can I be safer. So the first tip I want to tell you about is learning about the UV index. And the UV index is a tool that lets you know how damaging the sun is. So one really big tip I have for this is you can download an app that will actually tell you what the UV index is at that time. Or you can use, most iPhones or Androids have a weather app already out on the phone, and you can actually use that to determine your UV index. If you open that up and just scroll down to the bottom, you should be able to see it. Now, why is this important? Because we need to know how damaging the sun is at that time. So being in Texas, we're pretty much guaranteed to have a very damaging sun, but if you're visiting somewhere else, it'll let you know how much sunscreen you need to apply, or even if you need to maybe have a shirt on or a hat to have a little more protection. So just so you know, anything over a 3 UV index means it is already damaging. And let you have an idea of what this is like. The other day I checked the UV index around my house and it was a 10. So we are very damaging here in Texas, so be conscious of that. But if you're traveling anywhere, you can always look that up and just have a good idea of what the UV index is. Now, as far as protection goes, you always want to wear sunscreen, even if you're that person who doesn't really burn that often. So you always want to have at least a 30 plus SPF. This one here is a 50 plus, and you always want to reapply every 30 minutes to an hour depending on how strong you get. They have indicators on how long you should be able to wear it, and also there's different ones like that are sweat proof, water resistant, things like that. But a good rule of thumb, what I always do is I tend to take the minutes that this is supposed to last and I divide it by 2, because usually there's other factors that come into play and you want to make sure you're on top of being protected. So if it's an SPF 30, definitely reapply every 30 minutes, especially if you're in the water, and be conscious of that. So even if you're that person who doesn't burn, it's still damaging to your skin. Some other things that you can do to protect your skin and always be conscious of that is wearing things like your hat to protect it off your face. Also, when you buy your sunglasses, make sure they specifically say they're 100% UVA protected, so you don't want to have those rays coming in and hitting your eyeballs. Another thing you can do is wear long sleeve. I know that's not always fun in the summer, but you can get something that's moisture wicking that will actually draw the moisture from your skin and keep you cooler longer. Different things like that. And then always be conscious of having an umbrella around. So if you can actually reserve that canopy when you're on the beach, do it, so you have a little extra protection against the sun. So hopefully these tips will help you out while you're out in the sun and enjoying and soaking up the Texas beautiful weather in the summer. But as always, be well, and we'll see you next time.